Hi everyone! I'm going to be telling you 10 things you need to know before you bring home a chinchilla. Number 1, chinchillas are rodents, which means their teeth grow continuously, and that means they're going to chew on everything. So you need to provide them with lots of safe toys to chew in their enclosure. I can leave a link to some safe woods for chinchillas down below. When your chinchilla is out of its cage for playtime, you need to make sure that you are supervising it. It can chew on the walls, the curtains, the cords to your computer, everything. So you need to make sure that you're there to watch and stop the chinchilla from chewing on things that it shouldn't. Number 2, their fur is extremely dense. Chinchillas can have upwards of 60 hairs per follicle. Unfortunately, this makes them very valuable in the fur trade, so they're nearly extinct in the wild. That brings me to my next point. Number 3, chinchillas can't get wet. Their fur is so dense that if they got wet, that they wouldn't be able to dry properly. That means they wouldn't be able to regulate their body heat properly and they could potentially die. Also, that means that they could even get moldy because their fur is so thick, the moisture is trapped in there. It could just start growing mold, which is really nasty. So never get your chinchilla wet. They do not need a bath like you and I with water. They use a dust bath instead. It's really important to use a glass water bottle to give your chinchilla water and not a water dish, because if they have a dish, they might get into it and get themselves wet. Number 4, chinchillas are extremely sensitive to temperature. In their natural habitat, temperatures can drop to as low as 5 degrees Celsius. And that's why they have such thick fur, to keep them warm. This means that they can't live in hot temperatures. And anything above 27 degrees Celsius could be fatal for them. It's really important that you have your chinchilla in a cool room. You can buy chinchillers, which are these like slabs of granite. You can put them in the fridge and keep them cold and then put them back in your chinchilla's cage and they can lay on them and they can help to keep them cool. Number 5, chinchillas have a very long lifespan, especially when compared to other animals their size. They can live up to 20 years in captivity if you take proper care of them. That means that getting a chinchilla is a huge commitment. You could be in a completely different situation in your life when you get your chinchilla to, 20 years down the road. Number 6, chinchillas are not the cuddliest pets. So if you're looking for something to snuggle with, you might want to consider something else. That doesn't mean that they're not friendly or playful, they just don't really want to be squeezed and cuddled. You can hold them, you can pet them, but they're not really going to be snuggly, cuddly pets that just want to sit on your lap and take a snooze. Number 7, this isn't really so much something that you need to know, but it's just really interesting. Chinchillas make so many different kinds of sounds. They have a wide variety of vocalizations to communicate with each other and with you. Learning chinchilla body language is pretty essential to having one, and you will naturally pick it up as you have a chinchilla. But it's important to familiarize yourself with different sounds that they make ahead of time, so when they make those sounds, you don't freak out. The one that is probably the most common and the most alarming is alarm barking. It's kind of an odd sound. It sounds like a cross between a bark and a squeaky toy. I can put in a clip of Lyra alarm barking here. I don't know why she was alarm barking. I think it was just a really windy day and she didn't like the sound that it was making. So if you would like to hear more sounds, I can link a video down below. Number 8, chinchillas require regular veterinary care. Chinchillas need to go to the vet once a year to make sure that their teeth are doing okay, because that's where they have the most health problems. Because their teeth are constantly growing, they can develop a lot of issues with them, so it's important to get them checked yearly. Chinchillas are exotic animals and they require exotic vets, which carry exotic prices. Number 9, and I cannot stress this enough, chinchillas never stop pooping. They poop so much. It is crazy. I cannot believe how much Lyra poops. It is unreal. I can put in a clip here of I just cleaned her cage last night, and when I got up this morning, this is what I saw. This is the amount of poop that she created in that amount of time. So if you're not prepared to clean their cage every day, then a chinchilla is not going to be right for you. Their poop doesn't really smell. It's just little pellets. It's easy to clean up. Probably takes me like 5 minutes to just spot clean her cage and clean up all the poop. but you do have to do it every day, sometimes even twice a day. And chinchillas will fling their poop out of their cage, so it's important to create some kind of barrier or keep them in a place where it doesn't matter if their poop gets on the floor. And that brings me to point number 10. Chinchillas are extremely messy. They like to chew on everything, destroy everything, they poop everywhere, they fling their poop everywhere, they eat hay, hay gets everywhere, they bathe in dust, dust gets everywhere. So they're extremely messy and they do require a lot of cleaning. Because they require so much cleaning, this is why I would consider chinchillas to be a high maintenance pet. I have to spend at least an hour with Lyra every day for playtime and spot cleaning. And if you don't have that time, then don't get a chinchilla. I hope this video was helpful for you to make a decision about whether or not a chinchilla is right for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.